y'all, it's Ejanae.
And it's Kimberly,
and welcome to Season 1 of Sonder Sessions Studio. This is where deep thoughts meet real laughs, hard feelings meet open arms, and life just gets to be life.
We ask questions, we stretch thinking, and we sit with nuance. We will feel, laugh, and learn together.
So let's sit back, relax, and get into it.
Hey guys, so on today's episode, we are talking about natural hair.
Ooh.
And we all know how everyone feels about natural hair. This episode in particular is called If My Mom Didn't Perm My Hair. ... Which is ironic. And before we talk, I recently got a silk press because I needed a trim. I usually wear my natural hair out. She can attest, as you can on my social media before you try and beat me up because we're talking about natural hair and I coincidentally don't have my natural hair. No, I do, but it's just not in its natural state. Let's move on.
At least since we're being honest, okay, period. I actually rarely, on the flip side, wear my natural hair out, which is funny. And does it count, though, if I'm with, like, protective styles? That's not my natural hair, though. Yeah. They were thinking the locks are mine, though, so, whatever. But I have a scarf on right now, guys, but it's because I'm micro-locking my hair under it, so natural hair journey pending. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm crying. I just needed to trim y'all, but let's get straight into it.
But why can't you trim your hair curly? Why would you trim your hair
because
straight?
Trimming your hair curly only makes sense if you plan on wearing it curly. So like curly cuts make sense if you're wearing it in a curly state. I don't wear my hair.
Oh yeah, you don't. Would you ever?
Not right now. My lifestyle doesn't really permit it because of jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. It'd be too hard having to deal with that. The amount of tangles. I don't think it'd be that healthy for my hair to have my hair out.
I've never seen your hair in like a wash and go type of style.
No, because I've never had it in a wash and go.
Wow.
Maybe one day, we'll see. Natural hair journey pending.
Wow.
I usually wear mini braids or mini twists. That's kind of been my bread and butter for the last couple years. Before that, I wore mainly just like braids, like knotless braids for like a good 3 years straight, back to back.
Oh my gosh, remember when you got braids for the first time? Yes. Oh my gosh, what?
I got braids for the first time after high school. So in high school, I had we're not going to talk about high school. Actually, let's move on. If my mom didn't perm my hair. So my mom never permed my hair. But funny enough, my mom, I've only ever seen her with relaxed hair. And everyone who knows my mom knows like she has long hair, thick hair. It's insane. But her hair has always been relaxed since she was like 8 or 9 years old. I've never seen it curly. I've never seen it in braids. I've never seen anything like that. But my mom...
Wait, she's never done any style besides that?
No, her hair's always been straight my entire life.
Oh my gosh.
But on the other hand, I've never had any kind of texturizers, any kind of perms or relaxers ever in my hair. My mom always braided my hair growing up. So
oh my gosh.
She didn't want me to get a relaxer. I always said no.
Wow. She braided your hair like cornrows?
Or yeah, like she did like those cute little styles.
Oh my gosh, yes, bro. Two of my like school pictures, I literally had like the jailhouse cornrows.
Yeah, like my mom would do cornrows. They call it tikui in Creole, and it would just be like braids. And I'd always do it with my natural hair and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so on the flip side, I actually did texturize my hair a lot growing up when I was a kid and in middle school, and then I never permed it though. I did texturize and relax it. My mom texturized and relaxed it. She was in charge of my hair, and it was not my business back then. Yeah, but she used to do my hair, so I did a lot of braids, a lot of, crochet became a thing. The crochet hair, had real big hair, oh Lord. Mm-hmm. Faux locks and passion twists were like my holy grail in college though. Like every time I had faux locks in, because I used to dye my roots to match. Oh my gosh, you guys don't know. You'll probably never get to see all the fun hair colors I've done, but like, wow.
Insert clip. No, I'm joking.
No clip inserted. But yeah, literally. So everybody used to tell me that the locks are like, they look like your hair. They look like your hair. So, locks pending, guys. Maybe y'all see them one day if I don't cut them off.
And as for me, I mean, I don't know where my hair journey is going to go. I think right now I'm kind of in like a limbo with my own hair. I don't know what to do with it, to be fair. My lifestyle doesn't permit me to keep it straight. It doesn't permit me to keep it out. And I don't want to get knotless braids anymore because of how much it chewed at my hair. My hair looked a hot mess.
I actually hate knotless braids. Unpopular opinion. Like, I never understood it. I've done them only with like French curl. I only believe in the ones with the knot at the top.
No, that's so fair. That's actually so fair. They said that knotless is supposed to be better for your hair, but honestly,
how? I feel like the amount of hair that they add onto the hair as well. Like, I'm just imagining the tension that's like on the little pieces of your hair. Like,
yeah, I have parts of like the front of my scalp now that are like very, very like the hair is sparse or not that dense because of knotless hair braids and
They say
wearing
like
them.
traction alopecia is big in the black community because of stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, I try not to wear any extensions, and like if I do any styles, it's with my natural hair. I am considering doing miracle knots and stuff like that, but I still need to do more research about that and how they look. But yeah, you know, our hair is always an issue. I feel like amongst us, the question is always, what do I do with my hair? I feel like we've all asked ourselves that question at some point in time, whether it's relaxing it, putting braids in it, putting a wig on. I'm not a wig girly. I wore a wig one time. It was a glueless wig.
Was it only once?
I wore it more like twice because I didn't know.
Okay,
I wore, it was one wig I wore for 2 days, and you know what happened? I put that in a little plastic baggie, and it never saw the light of day again. I've never worn a wig again.
Oh my god, you guys! I'm also not a wig girly, but looking okay, y'all. I'm gonna take you back into the archives of why I hate like basically sew-ins and wigs. 3rd or 4th grade, my mom took me to like a hair salon, and they gave me like a sew-in, and they gave me fringe bangs, like the Miley Cyrus bangs. Mind you, I'm a kid. I was like 8, 9. It was crazy. And then next time I went back, I was like, please give me a side bang or something, because they were so adamant on giving me a bang. I don't know, but like, because this was like what 2011. They were so it's no, because it was probably bang culture
Not
or whatever.
the bang.
Not the bang. Literally, the pictures are horrid. And she gave me that fucking fringe again. Yeah. And then my mom put a wig on me in 9th grade, and I hated it so bad. I hated it so bad. And then I wore a wig. Remember my wig era in high school? I had like 2 wigs.
Let's not talk about that.
Oh my gosh, because like looking back on videos, I looked horrid, and nobody told me anything. Everybody let me look horrid out here. Like I looked at my old senior class president video, and I looked fucking horrid. And
granted, I didn't look all that great.
Nobody said anything. It looked like a helmet. And then I got to college. Oh my gosh, I used to wear a wig with a bandana my freshman year. It was just real easy, real cute. And then my roommate did wigs. She did installs. So was it my junior or my senior year? I think it was my senior year. I wore 2 wigs, and then that really cemented it for me that like I could never do this, because the first one was okay. The second one was cuter, but it was the fact that when I got back from like I had it done for my cousin's wedding, I came back and had her restyle it, and she was like, "Babe, why are there so many holes in this?" I was like, "Holes?" I said, "Maybe because I took the pick to the head, because it's so gosh darn itchy. Oh my gosh, I took that pick to that wig and tore up that lace. I tore up that lace."
Yeah, for me, wigs just feel suffocating. I'm not a fan. And also, too, like, I just didn't like the idea of wearing hair that didn't at all look like mine. I just didn't feel like me.
Oh, was yours straight? Okay, no, I did a deep wave.
Mine was like a beach wave.
Oh, no, I did like the deep wave, like the real curly, puffy one.
Oh, no, I did like a beach wave.
Oh my gosh, it's literally this one.
Oh,
they can't see it, but you can see it.
Yeah. No, that one is cute.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's kind of like, I don't know. I think my philosophy in terms of how I feel about my own looks is that I want to look or feel good in how I look naturally before I do any enhancements. And I feel like that's the issue overall with the natural community. I think when we have this conversation, or just natural in general, I think a lot of the time, like when I did mini twists knotless braids for 3 years back to back to back, guys, my hair didn't see the light of day for 3 years straight. I would get the braids in, keep them in for the month, take them off on a Friday night, put them baddies right back in Saturday morning.
See, I used to wear my natural hair like in the summer, and then always have my hair done during the school year.
Oh no, I never.
That's how I used to do it.
Never wore it at all. So
like, even though I don't even hate my natural hair for real. It's really just the length for me personally. I have a big breakage issue, but also, no lie, I don't take care of my hair, guys. So like, that's really on me. It's at the same time, like, so I do whatever. My hair for me is just like a canvas to do what I please with.
That's so fair.
No shade. So that's why I don't care.
For me, my relationship, because I wear it so often that I think I've become a little bit desensitized to like my hair. But like, if I'm being honest, my issue with my hair is also length. I don't really care about like the texture. It doesn't really
literally. Honestly, I love type 4 texture.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. I think, for example, I got a haircut. I was supposed to get a trim the other day when I came back Friday, and I got a haircut. So, and the reason why I got a haircut is because I learned the hard way that Chicago has hard water and it chewed at my ends. Maybe I'll insert a picture for you guys to see, but my ends were just fried, dyed, and laid to the side. So I had to cut all of it off. And like, I'm not one of those people that wants to hold on to length that like, that's dead. Just cut it off at that point. It's not that deep, because it's like, I do believe hair does grow back, but also this is the shortest my hair has ever been in a very long time. I hate it.
She hates it.
I've been told I'm giving the Miss Obama special, Michelle
An
Obama
elite
special.
employee.
But for me personally, I hate it, and I'm gonna hate it even more when I have to wash my hair and it's gonna be in its curly state again.
That'd be cute curly with this cut.
No, it's not.
Because it sounds like it's layered or something.
No. But yeah.
Oh, she said no.
No, I'm not a fan. But it's okay. It's a trial and error for everybody, and we all have our own journeys. And speaking on like types of hair and hair texture and stuff, I know that as of right now, the standard is you have. I'm not even gonna do the 2A.
No, because first of all, do you know that I've been hearing people say 1A, 1B, and 1C?
I thought it was
Is that not just
one.
jarring? It is one because one is straight hair.
Right, it's 1, and then it's 2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B, 3C, and then type 4, 4A, 4.
And let's get this right. I don't really like the hair texture. Okay, so I don't believe in the C's, like the ABCs, but the 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's completely valid. 1 is straight, 2 is wavy, 3 is curly, 4 is coily. Like, how hard is that?
Yeah, I agree.
It's just when you guys get into the whole, like, the tightness of the curl and all of this, and because everybody has so many different textures in their head, like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Everybody has 4A, 4B, 4C in their head, or 3A, 4A. That's crazy.
Yeah, like, it's funny because, like, I've been told I have 4C hair, but then I look at someone else's 4C hair and I'm like, my hair is nowhere near that. Like, it doesn't.
I feel like my mom, my younger brother, and my aunt and my older brother all have very tightly coiled hair to the scalp, no matter how long it grows.
Right. So maybe that's true.
They have really 4C hair. That's where I know I don't, but also I've been dyeing my hair for years, so it's definitely loosened. Like, my hair falls.
Yeah, so. Like mine doesn't. It's the same way for me. So I don't know. I try not to really. I know my hair is type 4 and I call it a day.
Exactly.
For me, when it comes to hair health, what is most important is like how your hair, like, density. I don't want to say porosity either, but I want to say.
I don't even believe in porosity. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's just about whether or not your hair is healthy or not. If your hair is unhealthy, it'll be high porosity. If your hair is
talking about some, if the hair sinks, the water is
it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make.
I'm trying to rob you guys of your money.
So I mainly go based off of my hair thickness and my strand thickness, because I would say that's what really defines what products you should use the most. I have fine-ish hair, according to my.
Your hair does look fine, to be fair.
Fine-ish hair, because I was told by my freaking stylist that, like.
But did they tell you that when your hair was in its natural state or when it was straightened?
Straightened.
Was that not crazy though? Wouldn't you tell when your hair is in its natural state?
Well, no, it's actually harder to tell, because when
really,
yeah, at least for me, because I have fine hair but high density, so it likes to.
But you would just like be taking just like one strand.
No, you can usually feel it too.
I just like would take one strand and like I rub it through my fingers and you can like feel like how thick it is.
I mean, like,
but I only do that but my hair is never really straightened, so I only do that with my hair in its natural state. My hair is pretty coarse.
Like for me, when my hair is in its natural state, like I have a lot of hair. It takes forever to do. It's hard to do. I can barely see my scalp most of the time. It's just that I have finer strands. My mom has a lot of hair, and they're thick. Every strand is thick. And I remember putting my mom's hair strand against my own. Yeah, it's like night and day.
It's like night and day.
The girl's hair is thick as heck. But because my hair is
Mama got the hair lottery.
Yeah, no, for real. But because my hair is on the finer side, it gets harder to go with products and things like that, because I need the moisture of coarse hair, but the lightness of fine hair. So it's a bit hard to kind of decipher what products work best for me. And I think that's what's most important. When it comes to texture and like hair texture, type 4, type 3, whatever, that's more for styling purposes. I think knowing what your hair can and cannot do based off of its texture really helps to know that. But when it comes to health of the hair, what's most important, I think, in my opinion, is knowing the density and the strand thickness. And then you can choose products that kind of adhere to that. But, well, first, we got to learn how to wear our hair first before we get there. So let's talk about that, because I feel like when it comes to wig culture, the idea is that we are appealing to European Eurocentric beauty standards when Black women wear wigs. How do you feel about that?
Okay, a lot of my friends wear wigs.
Do you have wigs?
And like they wear them like constantly, to be fair. I don't know how they do it, only because I say, to me personally, it's really itchy. But it's not a thing where they don't wear their natural hair that I've seen. Well, I don't know, to be fair. I really don't care if people do with their hair, to be fair.
No.
What I care about is I don't believe in that whole I can't go out because my hair's not done, and my hair not being done means it's like slicked back or
Just
some
this
type of straight
natural
formation. I think it'd be a completely different conversation if a lot of the common wig wearers were wearing more yaki wigs or curly wigs or even the half wig stuff, wigs that match your hair texture. I think the conversation stems from why do black women prefer to wear that 30-inch bust down straight like jet black wig? Why does it have to be straight? You know, where the body wave, you know?
Yeah.
Why do they do that? I don't really think that they have an aversion to or not an aversion. I don't think that they want proximity to whiteness per se.
I think they just don't like their hair.
Yeah, really.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna give an example of this. I remember I was watching Too Hot to Handle Brazil, and there was this one.
I think I watched. Wait,
Brazil.
I'm trying to think if I watched that one. I don't know.
There was a character.
They were raunchy as fucking that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was not a character because these are real life human beings, but there was a person on the show. Her name was Tuani. And her hair was so freaking long. It was huge. Like it was so much hair. And I'm like, there's no way this girl has all this hair. But like I looked up through her Instagram and that's all I saw was all this hair. Until one day I saw one video, one photo of her, and it was her natural hair. And it was clearly much shorter than like what I saw on the show and everything in between. And that's because the extensions that she got matched her hair perfectly. Now, the idea is that a lot of our issues with our own hair is a length issue, right? So what does every other culture do when they have a length issue? If their hair is too short or too thin, they get extensions that match the exact texture of their hair.
Exactly. Yes, like the yaki, like the curly half wigs. Let's go more deep wave than body wave.
Right. Even if they do wear a wig, it's a wig that matches their hair texture. And I'm not going to say that this is one size fits all. Like I'm not going to say every single black woman who wears wigs hates their hair.
And please, exactly, don't start talking about some. Well, I have alopecia. Well, I can't do my hair because I do this and that. We're not talking to you, babe. Okay,
we're not talking about you. We really aren't. If it doesn't fit you, then why are you trying to fit yourself in a mold that doesn't fit you? It's fine. You're fine. But like, I do genuinely believe if it was an issue that a lot of people say, if it was an issue of length, why don't you just get extensions?
Exactly.
Like for me, my issue is with length. So realistically, I've been like doing research about getting like micro lengths of my hair texture, things like that, or whatever the case may be. If it is a length issue, it's fine if it's a length issue. There's nothing wrong with wanting long hair. And I really don't like this whole conversation where people are like, well, your hair goes up and out. Even then, a small afro versus a big afro are two very different afros.
My small afro is not as cute as my cousin's big old afro. I don't care. You're not going to gaslight me.
Right.
Her shit is tea.
Right.
What?
That's what I'm saying. And the thing is, too, it's like even thinking about it from the perspective of curly hair, all curly hair looks good enough if it's thick and long enough.
I agree.
I guarantee you, if more black women just had longer hair, we wouldn't have
I do feel bad for the low density baddies. I'm one of y'all. Free us. Free us.
No, but like literally, I feel like no one ever complains about this whole thing. Or I'm not going to say no one, but it's harder to complain when your hair is thick and long.
But also, a lot of the routines out there are from the high density, thick, coarse hair baddies. And a lot of girls honestly do have, I love seeing videos of girls who are like, yeah, my hair is, well, some of them have fine hair and some of them are like, yeah, my hair is low density because it doesn't look the same.
Yeah,
it does not look the same.
It does not look the same for sure. I totally agree with that. And I wish people thought about that more because like for me personally, even when I think of like wearing wash and goes, I don't want to wear wash and go with my hair at this length. I would want to wear wash and go with my hair at maybe this length because I would.
So it shrinks up to the shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. Or just like so I can better manage shrinkage. There's nothing wrong with deciding like you don't like shrinkage. No one's gonna beat you for not like I don't like shrinkage. Like what are you talking about? You know. So like I think it's important when having this conversation to acknowledge that sometimes there are very real and valid reasons to maybe not like how your hair looks or whatever the case may be, but also too, and I think this is a part of the conversation that a lot of people don't care to admit, is that in order to get the kind of hair that you want, you have to wear your hair. And that is something I had to learn the hard way. If I show you how my twists look like when I first got my twists.
Oh my gosh, I remember.
They look like
like that girl from Polar Express.
They wouldn't drop. They looked a mess. They looked horrible. And now like they look fine. Like my twists look great. Like they look fine. And everyone's like, well, you can wear a twist because you pull it off. I didn't always. And I think when it comes to, you kind of have to wear your natural hair.
I'm so jealous of those girls who have the perfect face structure to wear like those cute TWAs and the cute short styles. I tried to do that. I look like a fucking idiot. I looked like an idiot. I feel like my head is too small and then my shoulders
Yeah.
are wide. You have to have the perfect body proportions.
It's very
Head gotta
specific.
be
It's very specific.
You low-key gotta relax your hair for that though too. To do like the finger waves and stuff like that because you can't do that on natural hair.
No, that is
They
so
don't look
true.
flat, which is sad. But
That is so true. And it's like,
oh, but also back to when you were talking about the whole, you know, what do white people do? They add the extensions. I think a lot of us do suffer from texture blindness as well.
oh, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, absolutely. Like for me, if I were to get, I would get type 4 extensions.
Yeah.
So I would like, bro, I would be so happy if I had just a head full of my hair, huge,
Literally,
like annoying, like
literally,
annoyingly. I would prefer that any day of the week than a blonde beach wave.
Hello, like my friend, I love you, girl, if you're seeing this. But I remember one time her hair is, I would say, like 3B, 3A, or like maybe 3C. I don't know, it's curly though, but it's like an ashy brown, so it's real cute. And she had these extensions in, and I was helping her style them, and I was like, huh. This hair is wavy.
Yeah, what's going on here?
And it was like I could clearly see where her hair ended and the extensions began because it was a completely different in texture. But she was trying to convince me that there was no difference. And she was like, what are you talking about? I pulled the mousse, I curled it, it's the same. And I'm like,
it's not, but that's all right.
So it's like a video and I showed her and I'm like, are you still not seeing what I'm seeing? And she's like, oh, okay. But I'm just like, wait, you couldn't see that though?
Right.
Or like the girls with the half wigs who have type 4 hair and they have like type 3 half wigs, and it's just their hair shrunken up here and then curly a mess.
Yeah, no, it's just, yeah, it's rough. It definitely is rough out there for the girlies. But I think at the end of the day, I'm not going to say that I'm a type of person who doesn't care what black women do with their hair. I do care. And the reason why I do care is because I don't want yet another generation of young black kids to have to deal with what we had to deal with. And I understand the whole, well, you know, we were taught to hate our hair. We were taught to do a lot of things. That doesn't mean we have to continue to do those things.
Were you taught to hate your hair?
Huh?
Were you taught to hate your hair?
I want to say yes and no. I don't want to say I was taught advertly to hate my hair. I think it was subtle. I think my mom, like I said before, has always had straight hair. And my mom's hair is long and it's luscious, and everyone loves my mom's hair and everyone talks about my mom's hair. So I noticed the difference in that of like my mom's hair versus my own. So I never necessarily hated my hair. I just didn't feel right in it because I never really saw my hair with like my mom or those around me, I feel like, if that makes sense. Like they all wore either extensions or whatever. And like, I think it's very hard, especially when you compare yourself to someone like my mom who has really long hair and she has a relaxer on.
Yeah.
And like, it's really rare to have a relaxer that works for as long as she's had a relaxer on. And this woman has had a relaxer since she was a child, and her hair is still thick. It's still luscious. She's had to cut it short before, but every picture and every memory I have of her hair was at least mid-back.
Wow.
At the very least.
My mom was the opposite. She's a real wild card with her hair. She's dyed it, cut it, shaved it bald multiple times. You know, she had a little fade in the back, a little design. Right now, that's what she has. She has a little blonde, curly, shaved in the back, a little design. She's done braids, locks. No, my mom loves hair, but she literally does not care how her hair looks. Which is funny because I didn't adopt that, sadly.
No, I grew up going to the hair salon with my mom every single
see, I never went to the salon. I've been to the salon maybe like 5 times in my entire life.
No, I grew up going to the salon with my mom every 2 weeks so she can get her hair done every single 2 weeks.
My mom would do my hair while she was cooking for the next 2 weeks.
I'm so dead.
No, literally.
I'm so dead. And like even now, like this is my first time, like this is actually my second time going to a salon, like as I should. Like my mom, my mom naturally has long hair, but also too, her hair, I would say, is attributed to the fact that she does really take a very, like she every 2 weeks, like clockwork, she's going.
That's good then.
If she passes 2 weeks, she's upset. She's like, I need to go.
Wow.
I need to go to the hair salon yesterday. Like she's very, very serious about that. She does not play with her hair salon visits. And I think in part that has to do with it as well. Like I never learned how to take care of my natural hair until I was in high school and even after high school. So for me, it was a lot harder to kind of get into that groove. When I first got a trim, I got a trim for the first time last year, and that was the first time I got a trim in over a decade.
I've never gotten a trim ever in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, every time I've been to the salon, it's just to get braids in or that.
Oh yeah, that too, like braids in.
Fuck ass fringe.
No, exactly. So it's like, I don't know where my ever so slight dislike for my hair comes from, because I think there is definitely a slight dislike for it. I don't know where it comes from though. I think it might just be attributed to what I see on the media. And that's another thing too. Go on the media. When was the last time you seen Gabrielle Union with her natural hair? We were just watching Girlfriends the other day. None of them had their natural hair.
Tracy
except for
Ellis
one.
Ross, though, okay, except for, well, to be no, Persia White is half white. That is her natural hair. Like, she's a white woman.
No, that's fair, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not talking about Persia White. Every
Okay,
other black
okay,
person,
Tony. But her character is like that. She's arrogant and pretentious, so she would never wear her natural hair. Like,
but that's
her
the point. It
character.
don't matter though. You could be arrogant and pretentious.
Okay, but this
with
was from the
natural hair.
2000s. You know, it's real rare. I
Well,
don't
that's
think
what I'm saying.
back then, yeah,
Right, but that's
natural hair is
exactly
like a
what I'm
movement
saying.
now. Unless you had maybe like locks.
No, that's what I'm
trying to
saying.
think,
Like,
'cause
we
who does
don't.
wear their natural hair even now?
No, nobody. Like, I'm Gabrielle Union. I think I've seen her with her natural hair once or twice. Sanaa Lathan, I know she did the Napoli Ever After.
Sure, I couldn't even finish that movie.
I never watched it. I couldn't watch it. But I know that she also kind of made like a push for her own natural hair as well. She cut her real hair and kind of did that journey as well for her hair.
Why is the only person coming to mind literally Lisa Bonet? It's insane.
But even then, Lisa Bonet.
She's locks.
Yeah.
It's not
Right. But even then, Lisa Bonet, isn't she like half?
Yeah, but she's wearing her natural hair and she has locks.
Right, but I'm talking about another thing.
Who?
Coco Gauff, I believe is her name. She did a photo shoot for some brand where she was wearing like a skirt and
yeah, and that was for like Vogue or something. No,
I think for Vogue.
Yeah.
And then everyone was saying how she looked like
Naomi
rights
Osaka
era.
or something. Oh, really?
They said that she looked like she was from the civil rights era. Every time you wear your natural hair, it's given civil rights era. You know what? Maybe you need to go back to the civil rights era and learn some respect, because why would you say, keep in mind, she had basically like a slick back with her natural hair on. If this was a white woman with the exact same hairstyle, it would be given chic and cool and calm and whatever. It's just ridiculous the way that society responds to natural hair. And I think that's probably why I personally don't like my natural hair as much, or didn't like my natural hair as much, because of society's response to it.
Really?
Yeah. Because I can't, my mom, I never got my hair permed. I never got it, not even a Brazilian blowout, none of that. So it's like my mom always braided my hair.
Yeah.
I always grew up wearing my natural hair. So
Yeah.
where did my hair should come from? My natural hair, because my mom always did it, even despite the fact that she had straight hair herself.
Right.
My mom would do people's hair all the time. All the time.
I'm fried. That's so interesting. I wonder where it did come from.
I think it came from society, to be fair, because it's very easy. Like, if it doesn't come,
well,
from
like
home,
society telling you things personally, or just like society in general.
I think society in general. I think it's very easy to see how the world reacts to certain things and draw conclusions from those reactions. Like, if the world thinks, it's very easy to tell, hey, the world doesn't like this because this is how the world reacts to this. Very simple. If you see everyone jump and run away from a cockroach, you're naturally going to look at that cockroach and be like, that's something I need to stay away from.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing when it comes to natural hair. And I think that's why I personally also have had a tumultuous relationship with my hair, despite not having the very typical
experience.
My mom permed my hair. My mom never permed my hair.
My mom literally says when I was 2 years old that my dad shaved my head, and she was like, "That's why your hair never grows, because you shaved your head when you were 2 years old." I swear.
But you know what's funny is I believe certain groups of people in India shave their kids' hair because they think it's gonna grow longer.
Oh, is that why they do it?
Thicker, yeah.
I know in high school. I know it was
homegirl.
Her little sister. Yeah, I remember when they shaved her head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's very, very interesting thinking about all of this and thinking about parental. Because your mom, I mean, she does whatever she wants with the hair.
Yeah.
But also
she also don't take care of her hair. Really, she be dyeing it willy nilly too. We twisted tea, twisted sisters. Yeah.
And I think that brings up another conversation about what parents think that they were parents doing the best that they could with their hair or with our hair. Mm-hmm. And the generational trauma behind that. Because I think, like we mentioned before, there's a reason why Black women have the relationship that they do with their hair. It doesn't come out of nowhere. It doesn't come from nowhere. There's a reason, of course. And that reason is kind of just passing through generations and generations and generations of people who also have hard relationships with their hair. And I think for me, the reason why I do care what Black women do with their hair is because if you just continue on the same cycle, Black women are going to continue to hate their hair. And I hate to bring up Brazil, but I'm going to bring up Brazil.
She loved Brazil.
I love Brazil, but
Brazilian baddie watching that. She needs you.
Let's move on.
See how she didn't say no?
Let's move on. But Brazil also have their own movement.
Okay.
Brazil also had their own natural hair movement
Clock
as
it.
well. Recently, by the way, like if you ask
I
a
mean,
lot
their
of
products have been going viral too.
their products have
like
been going
Scala
viral.
or something, right?
Scala went viral a couple years ago. There's a couple of other brands that are also going viral, but they just start. Like everyone thinks they've always been like that. No, if you ask a lot of Brazilians now, they would say, "Yeah, my hair used to be permed as well. Their hair used to be permed as well. Now look at them, right?" And it's the same idea of like, hey, there's a term called cabelo duro in Portuguese that means hard hair.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's offensive term towards people with curly hair.
Mm.
Cabelo duro, because it's like it's not flowy, it's not wavy, it's not this, it's not that. Like they also too have had their fair share of discrimination about their own hair, and yet you go there and all you see is people wearing their natural hair.
Oh my gosh, that's so opposite to Nigeria, because you said in Brazil they like the flowy hair. In Nigeria, most girls, their hair is cut short, maybe like an inch of hair at best.
Which I wonder why they do that.
I don't honestly, so it's not distracting. And even I remember when my cousin came, she was like, they weren't even allowed to even put color in their hair when they wanted to. Or it was black hair and it was just braids and it was short, whatever. My mom had short hair. All the pictures I've seen of her before she got married to my dad and came to the U.S., her hair was short. Even when she came here, her hair was short. I don't know if she started actually doing like hairstyles, but yeah, short. And when I mean short, I mean damn near take that razor to that head, a little bit more than a fade on that head. Yeah. And all the girls were looking just like that, like the boys.
Yeah,
nasty wig.
Nasty wig.
Right? Crazy.
I could never. Like, this is too short for me. I don't think I could go any shorter than this. I'm not gonna lie.
There's something to blow out with the hair they had on their head.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could go any shorter than this. And also, too, like, I don't know. I think when I think about Brazil and like their journey with their natural hair, the way to solve the problem is by wearing your natural hair. I'm sorry, but that really is the answer. There is no politics you can tiptoe around. There's no way around it. That's the answer.
And that doesn't mean you have to wear natural hair every day, guys. But like, let's start doing it. Like, let's start taking breaks in between doing our hair. Me, I'm also one who I can say I'm not good at that. I used to also take my hair out, leave it out for maybe a day, the weekend at best, and then do it again. But start taking your hair out, wearing it natural for like a week, 5 days. Do it on the weekend. Yeah, wear it out. Put on a cute little scarf. Never. Have your little bangs out or whatever. Have a little hair on the back. Y'all, there's a lot of styles you can do with your natural hair.
And I told this story in my TikTok, but I remember one time, like when I first wore mini twists, and it was because I couldn't afford to get my hair done again. I wore mini twists, and I sat in the car outside of the mall for 45 minutes trying to muster up the courage to leave the car.
That's so real. When I hate my hair so
I was so terrified of like, because I felt so ugly in my natural hair that I just didn't want to do it. Now, I mean,
you literally just have to get up and go. And
you just have to get it. You have to muscle through it. Now I wear my natural hair all the freaking time. It's not. I'm not saying I love it, but like it's not like you just kind of get used to it.
Exactly. And I don't even wear my natural hair all the time. I would like to say that everybody I think in my life has probably seen it once or twice. Like for the 4 years I was at college, I wore my natural hair for like I think maybe a couple days, but hey, a couple days each semester I think. So they saw it here and there, but they saw it. Like I'm not hiding my hair. Like come on.
I think another thing too is like a lot of people expect very, very fast results.
Yeah.
Like, as of right now, I've been going through a trial and error with my hair. My hair is shorter now than it was couple days ago because I had to get it trimmed because I'm doing all of this natural hair stuff thinking it works. I'm doing the mini braids, I'm doing the mini twists, I'm doing all this, and it doesn't work. And that's because when you spend 2/3 of your life not taking care of your hair, and then you finally decide on a random Thursday to start taking care of your hair, and then you expect your hair to all of a sudden bounce back in 5 minutes. That's not how it works.
Especially y'all with the dead ends, please.
Yeah, you have to learn how to do your natural hair. You have to learn the process. You have to learn what works for your natural hair. The same way you have to learn how to pluck the wig. You have to learn how to dye the wig. You have to learn how to, do the
y'all. That install is real expensive, y'all.
It was real expensive, and there was probably trial and error. You probably one day looked like you had a helmet on, the next day, and then you finally perfected it. And even then, HD lists,
literally,
it's a really long process to figure it out. But once you figure it out, it's fine. For example, like I know I spent a while thinking my hair didn't grow. Like I was worried, even with the mini twists, I'm like, oh, my hair just doesn't grow. And then I would take pictures and I'm like, no, it's growing, Kim. It's just like your ends are horrible. Like you need to figure out what the problem is. There's a moisture issue. You trial and you error. You trial and you error. Yesterday when I was at the salon, or Friday when I was at the salon, my stylist was like, I don't know why I have to cut all this hair off. Like what's happening? We literally spent 30 minutes going through every single possible thing that went wrong. I did my blood test. I found out I had low iron. We did that. So it might have been low iron the first time. We went through every possible reason as to why my hair could be like this. And then he finally was like, hey, do you have hard water? Like hard water, what is that? I go search up hard water. I go search up my location. My water is hard as hell, guys. It's not hard water. It's terribly hard water. It's solid water, diamond level hard water. Like it's hard. Okay, ruining my ends, ruining my hair, and now I have to start all over again.
And this is why it's important to have what? Knowledgeable service providers. You guys need to stop. No offense to these IG braiders and all these.
High offense, all offense in the world. You're charging $300, $350, $400 for hair. You don't even have a license.
You guys are not cosmetologists. You can't wash hair. Can I shampoo? Can I condition? Can I do anything? Matter of fact, y'all don't even want to detangle the hair.
Right. Oh, detangling.
They're telling their clients to come in hair freshly washed, blow dried, no product,
just dry.
Then to come and put pounds of gel and edge control,
all with alcohol that dries out the hair, but then you're confused as to why you have no hair, babe. I can tell you why you have no hair. I can tell you why.
And they have now charged you $300 for that hair that's gonna be so itchy. You're gonna take it out next week
to destroy it. And I think, you know what, for me, and I'm starting to realize that not everyone thinks this way, but I think for me, the idea of waking up and not being okay with what I look at in the mirror terrifies me. Like I don't like everything that I haven't liked about myself. I've changed it. So I had not pimply skin, but like textured skin in high school. So I changed it and I got clear skin. My teeth were crooked, so I changed it and I got braces and I got like straight teeth. My hair was an issue, so I put braids in. But even then, I only felt nice in the braids. And I always knew at the end of the day, the braids had to come off. And if you can't sit and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh no, this is still a baddie without the braids, without the wig, without whatever, it's an issue. And for me personally, I have always like really, really wanted to make sure that I'm okay with how I look like when I first get up, which I think for me, what really, really kind of pushed me into wanting to wear my natural hair more often. There should be no reason why I'm sitting in a car giving myself a pep talk for 45 minutes. Just
oh my gosh, literally. Or because you don't want to go anywhere because, oh, my natural hair is out and it's not acceptable. Who told you that?
Who told you that? It's ridiculous. And you can't do anything. You can't go in the water. You can't run. You can't exercise because it's going to... No, it's not a way to live, and it's not a way that I personally want to live. So I've decided, no, I'm not going to live that way, and I'm going to muscle through it. And sometimes you have to muscle through it. But the world will hate
Put on
you.
your big girl pants.
The world hates people for a lot of different things. Yeah. Man. Let's move on. You really got to move on. You really got to move on. I hate to tell you this, but you really got to move on. I know your mom permed your hair as a kid. I know your mom didn't teach you how to deal with your hair as a kid. And yeah, we can blame them on another
But
day.
Have you heard about princess cover-ups?
No, what is that?
I'm telling you, some of you mothers don't want better for your kids' hair at all.
What's a princess cover-up?
So basically, it's babies who have patches of hair in their head. So they're taking their children to stylists that are able to manipulate their hair in a way with extensions to cover up all their bald patches of hair, but it's adding excess tension on their head because they're a baby.
Wait, are they doing this with fake hair?
Yeah, and these are kids probably under the age of like 3.
Let's move on.
Under the age of 3, so they're doing to these kids, and that's how it starts. Though that's probably how that hatred of natural hair begins.
That's definitely how it starts. Like, for example, I just came from seeing my baby sister, and we were doing her hair. My baby sister, we did braids, and we did braids with like purple extensions because she wants to look like a character from like Demon Hunters. I've
heard of it. They won like a Grammy or something. Yeah. K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters. There you go. And one of them has like purple hair, and like it's like a big braid down the back. So my sister did her hair, did the braids, and did like the purple extensions down the back, and like we did it all with her natural hair and stuff like that. Like, okay. Yeah, make natural hair princess cover-ups.
Yeah, let your kids wear colored hair too, guys. I think colored hair is majority for kids. I think 100%. Adults doing it is fun, whimsical, like 100%. You. But that whole like you're not old enough to wear colored hair is the craziest thing I ever heard. I've had purple hair, baby blue hair, mint green hair, red, copper, blonde. Don't play, like, guys, come on. Like, what?
I think the craziest color I've ever
Emerald green hair. I've had that too. Peekaboo black locks. Emerald green in the back.
I think the craziest hair color I've ever had was pink, and it was like a peekaboo.
I remember when you did that, yeah. Knotless braids?
Yeah. I'm personally not a color hair person. I think that's just who I am as a person. I'm not really that, like...
Can't relate. My hair is color 30 under here dyed.
Crying. Yeah, no. I'm not that type of person. But yeah, I think I'm sorry, but you guys stand up. That's the moral of the story. You got to stand up. You got to. I get your mom permed your hair. People, I'm sorry. I get the white man doesn't like your hair. Why would you want him to like your hair anyway? Oh, but black man. You know what? That's a low bar.
I feel like also dyeing your hair helps with liking how your natural hair looks. To me, I prefer my hair naturally brown than I do black.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I could see that. I have considered dyeing my hair, but we got to figure out this and
the colors and stuff. Oh yeah, yeah.
I still have a hydration issue, and I'm not gonna get my hair dyed and then mess up all the.
Yeah, you shouldn't. My hair's pretty resilient. The back a little bit has dropped, but she's always been fucky. So
yeah, like I don't know. We'll see. But moral of the story is like when it comes to dealing with your natural hair, I think you have to deal with it. I think you'd be surprised how much easier it'll be once you actually wear your hair more often. Like my hair is so much easier to deal with. My wash days used to take, not even washing my hair used to take an hour. It takes 20 minutes at best.
Yeah, exactly. I don't believe in all of that whole wash day. What
takes long is me having to do my twists and like actually style the hair.
Like that's valid. People taking like hours to detangle their hair. Only one time I did that, and that was for my younger brother because he has really tight 4C hair. He's never detangled his hair ever at that point. And every time I went to the barber shop, they just cut it and didn't detangle. I didn't know that they don't even do shit at the barber shop. I was floored. So I took to his hair to twist it for him. It took me like 8 hours to tangle his hair. His hair is very thick, very coarse, very tightly coiled to the scalp. But after that, it's wraps. It's really easy. You detangle it well once. You're leaving your hair in a nappy state. That's why it's like that. Right. Take care of it.
Yeah, like I have type 4 hair, and honestly, my wash days are 20 minutes long. They're very quick. They're very easy. Even like my takedowns nowadays, they're like an hour long. They used to be like 4 or 5 hours long. It's like the more
takedown from for main twist.
Yeah. But like even now, like it's maybe 2 hours long at best. Yeah, it's so easy. Like I don't have to try too hard with my hair, and I think it's because I finally got into the habit of taking care of it and working with it instead of just tucking it away with braids and all that stuff. I haven't gotten braids in over a year.
Wow.
I haven't gotten braids. I got it once because I went to Brazil and I just wanted to call it a day. I haven't gotten braids in years. So once you start, it becomes much easier. And I totally understand too.
I'm a braid girly. I'm about to be a lot girly.
I understand too that there are a few people who I know that some people just genuinely don't grow hair and they have low density and low, and I totally get that. I totally get it.
Like, do what makes you happy, Betty Boop.
Always do what makes you happy, but also
TWA community, I love y'all.
Yeah, always do what makes you happy, but also consider what you're doing and how that impacts the future generations. Yes. It really does annoy me. I don't even want kids, and I feel like I'm more conscious about the things that I do and how it's going to affect future generations than y'all who actually do want kids. Like, I don't do things without intention. We think about now how our predecessors are ruining the world for us. They've ruined the planet. They've ruined capitalism. They've ruined everything for us, and we are living proof of the consequences of that and of what happens when generations and when people don't consider or have foresight of how their actions will impact their future generations. And it would be a disservice if we sat here and said, well, we should just let Black women do whatever they want with their hair. Please, by all means. And then when yet another generation of young Black girls hate their hair again, don't act surprised. And guess whose fault it's going to be this time? It's going to be ours. It's not going to be 4 generations before us. It's going to be ours. It's going to be ours. And that's just the truth. So someone has to do it. Someone has to do
it. But then what happens when the conversation comes up with policing Black women's hair? Because I feel like now that's where we're teetering onto.
As in, like, what do you mean?
Policing what they can and cannot do with their hair in different retrospects.
Listen, I understand the whole idea of policing Black women's hair. Again, I don't do what you want with your hair. That's do whatever you want with your hair. Understand the consequences of what you do or don't do with it. It's that simple.
In an ideal world, how do you see the average Black woman? Like only wearing her natural hair all the time, or do you still see different styles?
I would say 60-40. 60% of the time you're wearing your natural hair, 40% of the time you're wearing whatever you want. I do think that braids, I'm not a fan of knotless braids or just braids in general, but I don't consider braids as harmful as per se a wig, a straight bust down.
Really?
I don't consider them as harmful to the
culture.
To the culture.
Okay, yeah.
I think for me, what I find to be really harmful to the culture is like the wigs and like the straight wigs. Like I remember when we went to that party in Atlanta, I had a headscarf on. I was the only person, I think, with the exception of 4 girls that I saw that didn't have a straight bust down, or at the best, a beach wave.
It's really the culture, man, especially in Atlanta. Everybody wants to have a cute little bust down. Like they want to look like Lotto, Wada, whoever. Which is wow. That's actually so crazy.
No. And like and that's the thing too. Everyone talks about representation until it comes to black hair, and all of a sudden representation isn't needed. No, it definitely is needed. It definitely is needed. I don't know why everyone wants to be confused about it. Again, I don't agree with policing black women's hair, but I also don't agree with ignoring the truth and the reality of the matter of if we don't start wearing our hair more often, and if we don't start learning to love our hair, we are going to damage yet another generation of children as well. It's just simple calculus. And that's it. There's no
simple calculus. Y'all heard her here.
There's no way around it.
It's the derivative.
You can't talk your way through it. You can't politicize your way around it. That is how it's going to happen. So when yet another generation of black kids don't like their hair, the only people that are going to be left to blame is us. And that's it. If you are okay with the consequences of that, then by all means, we don't even have this conversation. Please exit stage left. If you are okay with the consequences of that, then sure. By all means, it doesn't matter. Then yeah, do whatever you want.
I think a good way to start is to start wearing our natural hair in different places. I remember I had a conversation with one of my friends, and we were talking about what type of hairstyles we would do if we got married, and I was like, yeah, I probably would have braids or locks or something in, and she was like, really? I was like, yeah, because the average black woman when they're getting married, there goes the sew-in, there goes the wig, and it's like I really hate that we're always wearing. I think the issue lies in wearing these styles for professional events, for fancy events, for corporate events. You give an interview, don't be in cornrows, don't be in your braids, have a wig, have a bust down.
And you know what's so funny about that is I think there has never been one time where I've been in an interview where it wasn't either braids, my natural hair, or headscarf. This idea that corporate America or like the white, like, it's not gonna, and I'm not going to say that isn't true. I cannot speak for other people's experience. I know that there are different things about me that make it so that like certain things that I do aren't perceived in the same way. I know that. However, I have never not once worried about like whether or not I could wear my natural hair in an interview. In fact, I'm going to have an interview in a few weeks, and I'm most likely going to wear a headscarf for my hair.
Did you do MYEP in high school?
What is that?
The Marriage with Employment Program thing?
I think so. Yeah.
I did it. Well, the one I did the summer after junior year of high school, I worked in the government center for the summer. I wore my natural hair the entire summer at the office, and I wore scarves the entire summer. The white ladies loved me down. I got compliments every day on my hair, every day on my scarves. They're like, I just love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, I was like, 16? I had like the cute little gems in my hair or the cute little rubber bands. My hair was like maybe 4 inches long, guys. I swear I did not have that much hair. Yeah. And you really do have to just start and just rock it.
When I worked in car sales, I had knotless braids on the entire time. My job now that I have mini twists on, headscarf on, like I have all types of hair. Not all types of hair, but realistically, I have mini twists most of the time, and they never said anything. I got the job with a headscarf on. I did an interview for a job, also had a headscarf on. Yeah, and that wasn't the reason why I didn't get the job. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I guess I get the sentiment, but at the same time,
put yourself out there and see what happens, and stop just being like, "Woe is me."
And like again, I know that this isn't one size fits all. I know, like.
And this is the last time you'll hear us give all these disclaimers. No, we're not going to be doing that for y'all. We're not one of those peoples, okay?
Right. Like, I'm thinking of, like, private equity or, like, really high finance. Yeah, then, maybe.
Okay, maybe you need the, elite employee haircut, but...
Yeah. Maybe you do need
maybe
elite
you need that, but...
let's keep it a buck and a half. Most of you guys aren't in private equity. Most of you guys aren't in high finance. So let's be so for real right now. I'm sorry, but let's be honest right now.
Literally.
Right? So, I don't... And the whole thing with wearing, imagine wearing a straight wig on your wedding day.
That's just so crazy to me.
And you marrying a black man and you wearing a straight wig. Black woman, you wearing a straight. Hey, please, let's.
It's the same thing when women. I've been seeing this happen a lot recently. Women who've gotten plastic surgery, like facially, and they have kids, and they're like, "Oh, my daughter looks like a past version, or like a version of me who I changed."
Or even like, then,
you can't like see yourself. Or
the
your
plastic
kids,
surgery.
yeah,
They're always
slimming down their
slimming
nose,
down their noses.
opening
It's
their. It's just like,
Eurocentric.
guys.
Yeah.
Because they always look back and it's always somber. It's always, oh, I shouldn't have, or look at this, or why do I love it on her but I couldn't love it on me?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you can answer that
exactly
for yourself. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Therapy. Anyway,
she said therapy ASAP.
And
no Rocky.
Thinking about now too, seeing here like excessive wash day routines, or overconsumption and over-consumerism, whatever you call it.
Let me run you through the wash day routine. Okay, this is what they do. Night before, they're doing oil treatment. Okay, then they go next day. Then they do pre-poo. Then they do co-wash. Then they shampoo. And then they do conditioner. And then they do deep conditioner. And then they do curl cream. And then they do curl lotion. And then they do oil. And then they do gel. And then they do mousse. And then they do their edges.
Can I breathe? Can your hair breathe? I don't know. And to be fair, to be fair, I also had a similar routine like that where it was just a million different steps. Over-consumerism got me down bad. Want to know what my routine is now? I go in, I wash my hair. I use either a clarifying shampoo, a medicated shampoo, right? Okay, and then I go in with a hydrating shampoo. I don't even have conditioner. I use straight deep conditioner because I use just deep conditioner. After that, I go in, I have spray leave-in, another leave-in for styling. That's it.
I have no hair routine. I do what my mom did to me as a child. Whatever shampoo's in the house, I use. Whatever conditioner's in the house, I use. Dried my hair up, blue magic it up, and I'm good to go.
And keep in mind, my routine now was given to me by my hairstylist, which is now going to be switched up. So I have to include more products in my routine to combat the things that I'm dealing with personally. And that's the thing. You go online and everyone's saying, buy this.
Hello.
And it's not even for your hair. I bought all of these products just to find out I didn't need any of them because it didn't work for my hair, right? So then I go to the hair salon. He's like, no, you need this and this, this instead. So get this instead and you'll be just fine.
Right.
It's not a matter of like, there's a problem of having a huge routine. It's a problem of having a huge routine that your hair doesn't need.
Yeah.
It doesn't need all of
all those excess products, guys. Overconsumption. Say with me, overconsumption.
And y'all got money?
Money's very long, huh? In this economy?
Y'all got money?
Put me on.
Put me on, too.
What?
No, I think people have overcomplicated wash days. People have overcomplicated hair days. And because of that, people are scared to have to deal with their natural hair because they think it requires all of
so
these
much effort.
steps.
Exactly.
It really doesn't.
I have to touch this. What? Oh, look, I'm stuttering. Y'all got me fucked up. It's wash days tomorrow. Wash day. Wash hour.
And you know what's funny is the only thing I don't like about my wash days that I have to braid my hair myself. Ooh. I think that's the only thing I don't like. If I could actually wear like wash and goes or twist outs or things like that, I would. My lifestyle does not permit it. I would love to just, twist it, do like the big braids and do a braid out and boom, my wash day would be 30 minutes max and we call it a day. No, instead it's like my wash day is realistically an entire day, but that's because I have to do my hair because I do sports and I'm outside all the time. Y'all don't be exercising like that, so don't lie. So realistically, y'all don't need to do all that.
I just be going on walks, so I can do whatever I want.
Case in point, I can't. You know what I mean? I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. So yeah, a lot of the times people overcomplicate hair because they think that you have to do 20 different things when you really don't. You need at most 3 things. Like I remember my stylist when I told him my original routine, he's like, "Why are you doing all that?" And I said, "Oh, cool."
No, why are you doing all that? He said, "Oh, why do you do all that?"
Yeah.
What are you feeling like?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Hey guys, it's Ejane here. So the video ended up being super duper long, so we decided to cut it into a part 1 and a part 2. We hope you enjoyed part 1 so much. We hope you learned a little bit about our experiences with natural hair, a little bit about the parental aspects of it, and a little bit about societal qualms. We're going to continue in 2 weeks with our next episode. See you for part 2. Bye.